Welcome to AHA Math and Science. In today's short video, we'd like to discuss the Dow Jones Transportation Average, and specifically, there's some weakness in this indicator, and we want to discuss what that weakness could mean for the broad market. So here's a chart for Nasdaq and the SP 500 in the past few days, and the market action on Tuesday, April 25th, is really kind of a turning point. And you can see that the SP 500 just kind of decisively, in a downtrend on that day, without any rebound on Tuesday, which is very different from the market actions in the prior days. You can see that, on last Friday, the market went down first in the morning, and then it was able to actually regain all the lost ground and even closed in a high. And then on this Monday, same thing happened. In the morning, the market went down, and then it was able to kind of regain ground in the afternoon. Actually, the same pattern has happened actually many times, even in the week before. So it's kind of like a typical kind of topping process for the broad index. And then this sort of downtrend or the turning point was also confirmed yesterday, as you can see here. What happened here is that early on, the index went down, and both the SP 100 and the Nasdaq. The Nasdaq actually had a sort of a massive open high in the morning, but then later on, you can see that it went down a little bit, but it seems to be able to regain the ground and even kind of both create a kind of close green. But then afterwards, in the afternoon, all indices, all the major indices actually kind of broke down. And then in the end, SP 500 was in the red. And the Nasdaq gain is much smaller than actually it had early in the day. So there's a lot of weakness in the indexes. And now today we notice like actually all the major indices kind of rebound, and kind of I guess triggered by the earning, the good earning from Meta. But we really think that this is a short-lived rebound. We are actually we expect more downside will be ahead. So, and this can be actually seen by the Dow Jones Transportation Average. So now let's take a look at that indicator. So plotted here are the candle plot is the Dow Jones Transportation Average, which is a subset of the Dow Jones industry average. You can see that the other major indices we also kind of plotted here, which is Nasdaq, SP 500, and the pink one is the Dow Jones industry average, and then the Russell 2000 for the small caps. And what we noticed yesterday is actually the Dow Jones Transportation Average decisively kind of broke down. In fact, now it closed. Yesterday's close for the Dow Jones Transportation Average was below the low that it made in March. So you can see that the close is at here, the March low is here. It's now below it. And it's now kind of getting close to the low it made in December 2022. And at the same time, you can see that all the other major indices are still well above the March low they made, including Nasdaq, SP 500, and also the Dow Jones, which is the pink curve, well above. The last 2000 is kind of the weakest, but it's still above the March low. And so this clear divergence is actually not very often, but we did see kind of a few times, including that actually early on during the bear market in April of 2022. You can see on April 8th, 2022, also here the candle plot is the Dow Jones Transportation Average was already kind of close to low, lower than the previous low here. And then all the other major indices are still above the previous low. And so there's a clear divergence. And you can see what happened afterwards. Afterwards, just in the short term, there's a rebound, which is very short-lived. You can see the transportation average rebound is a little bit strong, but all the other major indices also had a rebound, but much weaker. And then after that, it just a massive kind of breakdown, precipitous drop for all the for every index. And so now we have the same situation. So we have to be really kind of careful. We think that more downside will be ahead. And this kind of divergence also can happen, not necessarily during a bear market. It also happened actually in 2015. So that's not a kind of close to a bear market, but it's not a actual bear market for the major index. You can see here on December 18th, 2015, the Dow Jones Transportation Average, which is a candle plot, again broke down and closed below the previous low. Well, at the same time, you can see all the other major index that are still above the previous low. In fact, SP 500, Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average are all well above the previous low. The last 2000 is kind of the weakest, but it's still above the previous low. And you can see what happens afterwards. A short-lived rebound, just in a few days, and then all major indices just kind of broke down. They all, in the end, closed lower than the previous low. So this is something we need to watch for. And we think we're kind of really in the same situation here. So we expect a short-lived rebound, and it could be a few days, maybe until early May, where FOMC meeting will be held, May 2nd, 3rd. And then after that, we suspect a really kind of breakdown, and perhaps a sharp drop will be kind of ahead. So just be kind of careful about this really kind of uncertain market. So I hope you have found the information kind of interesting, and your support really kind of means a lot to this channel. So please do not forget to click the like button and also subscribe to our channel. And thank you for watching.